Jade, the 90s R&B group that once dominated the charts with their catchy hits and smooth harmonies, has become embroiled in a dramatic legal battle that has shocked fans. Behind the scenes, deep-seated conflicts and grievances have escalated into lawsuits among the former bandmates. What sparked this unexpected drama? How it all started. Giant Records, a notable label established in 1990, was launched as a joint venture between Warner Music Group and the influential record executive Irving Azoff. The label was part of a broader effort to capitalize on new musical trends and diversify Warner's roster. Initially, Giant Records focused on various genres, aiming to carve out a significant niche in the music industry. The early 90s were a transformative period for music, particularly with the rise of R&B and hip-hop, which became central to the industry's mainstream success. By 1991, Giant Records brought in Charles Minor as the president of the label. Minor, known for his vibrant personality and dynamic approach to music management, quickly became a notable figure in the industry. His appointment came at a time when the music scene was being reshaped by emerging R&B groups and artists. Minor's leadership was instrumental in steering the label's direction and tapping into new trends that were reshaping the industry. During this period, En Vogue, a prominent female R&B group, was making significant waves on the charts. Their success highlighted the growing market potential for female R&B groups and the broader appeal of R&B music. En Vogue's blend of powerful vocals, stylish visuals, and strong stage presence demonstrated the commercial viability of such groups, leading to increased interest and investment in the genre. Recognizing the booming trend and the commercial potential, Giant Records sought to establish its own female R&B group. This strategic move was driven by their desire to capture a share of the market and replicate the success of En Vogue. The label's leadership, including Minor and Cassandra Mills, who was then the president of Giant's Black Music Division, understood the importance of tapping into this lucrative and growing market. Cassandra Mills played a pivotal role in this initiative. As a seasoned executive with a deep understanding of the R&B genre, Mills was instrumental in shaping the vision for the new girl group. Her experience and insights into the music industry helped in identifying the elements necessary for creating a successful group. To bring this vision to fruition, Giant Records enlisted the help of producer Vassal Benford. Benford, known for his work with various R&B and pop acts, was tasked with crafting the sound and style of the new girl group. His expertise in production, combined with Mills's strategic guidance, set the stage for the formation of what would become Jade. The creation of Jade was a strategic move by Giant Records to capitalize on the rising trend of female R&B groups. In a detailed interview with the LA Times, Cassandra Mills outlined her vision for the group. She wanted the new act to bridge the gap between the high fashion allure of En Vogue and the edgy urban appeal of TLC. En Vogue's polished and glamorous image had captivated audiences, while TLC's more raw and relatable persona had resonated with a different segment of the market. Mills aimed to create a group that incorporated elements from both of these successful models, offering a fresh and compelling alternative. To formalize her concept, Mills and producer Vassal Benford developed a set of guidelines that would define the group. One of their primary decisions was that the group should be a trio. They believed that a three-member group would be manageable and allow for a more cohesive dynamic. Larger groups could become complex, with potential challenges in coordination and maintaining individual member prominence. By limiting the group to 3 members, Mills and Benford aimed to ensure clarity and simplicity in the group's formation and management. The physical and demographic characteristics of the group members were also carefully considered. Mills and Benford preferred that the women be of similar size, which would contribute to a unified visual appearance and enhance their overall image. The age range for the members was set to be in their early to mid-20s. However, they were open to making exceptions for older, more experienced individuals if they could adapt to the group's concept and fit the desired image. This flexibility allowed them to consider a broader range of talent while maintaining the core attributes they sought. In terms of style and presentation, Mills and Benford envisioned a look that combined toughness with a sense of style. They decided on a distinctive wardrobe featuring dog tags and boots, which would give the group a unique and memorable appearance. This look was designed to evoke a sense of strength and individuality, aligning with the street-smart elements they wanted to incorporate from TLC's style, while still retaining a polished and professional demeanor. Musically, the group was to be versatile, with each member capable of being the lead vocalist. This approach was intended to maximize the group's appeal by showcasing the individual talents of each member and allowing for a dynamic range of performances. The ability for any member to take on the lead role would also enable the group to experiment with different vocal arrangements and styles, making their music more engaging and varied. Once Cassandra Mills and Vassal Benford had solidified their vision for the new girl group, they set about selecting the perfect members. After careful consideration, they handpicked a trio that they felt embodied the image and sound they sought: Joy Marshall, Angela Slates, and Deborah Mitchell. All three were chosen for their vocal abilities, stage presence, and potential to fit the envisioned group dynamic. To create a distinctive name for the group, they combined the first letters of the members' names, resulting in JAD. This name was intended to capture the essence of their unique identity while also being memorable and marketable. However, the journey to establish JAD hit an unexpected snag. Producer Vassal Benford had previously sold a song titled I Wanna Love You, which he envisioned as a key track for the group. At the time, the song was associated with the soundtrack for the 1992 Kid and Play comedy class act. In a strategic move to secure a prominent placement on the soundtrack, Benford pitched the song to the label before Marshall, Slates, and Mitchell had recorded their vocals. As the release date approached, Benford faced a dilemma. He needed the actual voices of JAD members on the track to fulfill contractual obligations and maintain the integrity of the group's branding. Despite his efforts, logistical challenges prevented the group from recording the song in time. In an attempt to rectify the situation, Benford endeavored to reproduce the song with Marshall, Slates, and Mitchell's vocals. Unfortunately, this attempt was unsuccessful. Faced with the prospect of having to go to market without the crucial track featuring the group's actual voices, Benford decided to take a drastic step. He persuaded the record label to make a significant change. He recommended dropping Slates and Mitchell from the group and replacing them with Di Reed and Tanya Kelly. Reed and Kelly were already signed to Benford's production company and had performed on the track I Wanna Love You. This move was aimed at aligning the group's lineup with the vocals that were already associated with the song, ensuring continuity and coherence in their initial public release. The decision to replace Slates and Mitchell was driven by the need to resolve the mismatch between the recorded song and the group's official lineup. For Benford and Mills, maintaining the commercial viability of the project was paramount. By incorporating Reed and Kelly, they could meet the label's requirements and ensure that the song's inclusion on the Class Act soundtrack would proceed smoothly. The group's initial lineup, featuring Slates and Mitchell, was altered before they could make their mark with the song that was pivotal to their debut. Despite this setback, the revamped lineup of JAD with Reed and Kelly moved forward and continued to shape the group's future in the music industry. The transition from the original lineup of JAD to the final configuration of Jade was marked by both personal and professional challenges. In a revealing interview with the I Love Old School Music website, Joy Marshall shared her perspective on the upheaval that occurred during this period. She candidly described the situation as chaotic, reflecting the internal conflicts and shifting priorities within the label that ultimately led to significant changes in the group's roster. Despite the personal friendships she had developed with Slates and Mitchell, Marshall decided to proceed with the revised lineup to ensure the group's progress and success. The final lineup of Jade thus consisted of Joy Marshall, Tanya Kelly, and Di Reed. Each member brought their own unique background and musical influences to the group, contributing to the diverse and rich sound that defined Jade. Tanya Kelly, originally from Chicago, had a deep appreciation for jazz music. She grew up listening to influential jazz vocalists such as Sarah Vaughan and Nat King Cole. This background infused her musical style with a sense of sophistication and depth, which complemented the R&B sound of the group. Kelly's exposure to jazz provided her with a strong foundation in vocal technique and artistry, elements that she brought to Jade. Joy Marshall, also from Chicago, had a different but equally significant musical upbringing. She was raised in Motown, with a particular admiration for Diana Ross. This influence is evident in Marshall's vocal delivery and stage presence, reflecting the classic Motown sound and the powerful, emotive performances associated with artists like Ross. Her background in Motown provided Jade with a connection to the rich legacy of R&B and soul music. Di Reed, hailing from Houston, had a strong background in gospel music. She spent much of her early life singing gospel in various settings, which gave her a powerful and soulful voice. Reed's gospel roots contributed to Jade's dynamic vocal arrangements and emotional depth. Her experience in gospel music added a layer of authenticity and passion to the group's performances. Together, Marshall, Kelly, and Reed formed a cohesive trio that successfully embodied the vision of Jade. Their diverse musical backgrounds and individual strengths combined to create a distinctive sound that resonated with audiences. Despite the challenges and changes along the way, Jade's final lineup proved to be a successful and influential force in the R&B genre. The group debut. Jade's ascent to prominence in the early 90s marked a significant moment in the R&B genre. Their breakthrough came with the release of their debut album, Jade to the Max, which was propelled into the spotlight by their success on the soundtrack of the 1992 film Class Act. The film, a comedy featuring Kid and Play, provided the platform for Jade's first major hit, I Wanna Love You. Released as part of the Class Act soundtrack, I Wanna Love You quickly garnered attention for its catchy melody and smooth production. The song's success was evident as it cracked the top 10 of the R&B charts and reached number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100. This early success was instrumental in establishing Jade's presence in the competitive R&B market and set the stage for their subsequent achievements. Building on this momentum, Jade released their follow-up single, Don't Walk Away, which became their most significant hit. The song achieved remarkable success, climbing to number 2 on the R&B chart. Its popularity was further solidified when it was certified gold by the RIAA in 1993, reflecting substantial sales and widespread acclaim. Don't Walk Away went on to sell approximately 1.5 million copies worldwide, making it one of the standout tracks of the year and a defining song of Jade's career. The success of Don't Walk Away was not just a commercial achievement, but also a critical one. The song's infectious rhythm and memorable lyrics resonated with listeners, and its success on the charts underscored the group's appeal and the strength of their debut album. Following the success of these singles, Jade continued to build on their momentum with subsequent releases. Looking for Mr. Do Right and One Woman were released as singles from their debut album, Jade to the Max. These tracks contributed to the album's continued success, helping it achieve platinum status. The album's success was a testament to the group's talent and the quality of their music. To capitalize on their growing popularity, Jade embarked on a lengthy tour. Their live performances were well received, showcasing their vocal prowess and stage presence. Their visibility was further enhanced by appearances on major television shows, including The Tonight Show and The Arsenio Hall Show. These appearances helped to solidify their reputation and introduce them to a broader audience. Jade also made waves internationally, with an appearance in the UK, Top of the Pops, a prominent music chart show that further expanded their reach and appeal beyond the American market. Their international exposure contributed to their global success and solidified their status as a major player in the R&B genre. The impact of Jade's debut era was significant, setting a high standard for their future work and establishing them as a prominent group in the R&B scene. Their early success, marked by chart-topping singles and a platinum album, demonstrated their ability to connect with audiences and make a lasting impression in the music industry. Jade's rise in the early 90s continued to gain momentum through their notable performances and subsequent releases. One significant highlight of their career was their appearance on BET's Listening Party Live. This special session, recorded in 1993, was a notable achievement for the group, as they became the only act to have a BET Listening Party album released. The album captured the energy and charisma of Jade's live performance, providing fans with a unique and intimate look at their musical abilities. The release of this album not only showcased their talent, but also further cemented their presence in the music industry. In 1994, Jade expanded their repertoire with an appearance in the film The Inkwell, a comedy drama directed by Matty Rich. This appearance marked another dimension of their involvement in the entertainment industry, demonstrating their versatility beyond music. The film, which also featured notable actors such as Lawrence Tate and Vanessa Williams, provided the group with additional exposure and opportunities to connect with a broader audience. The same year, Jade released their second studio album, Mind, Body, and Song. This album was a significant project for the group, as they took on roles as co-writers and co-producers. This level of involvement in the creative process reflected their growing confidence and artistic control. The album was well received, and its success was driven by standout singles, such as 5432, Yo, Time Is Up, and Every Day of the Week. 5432, Yo, Time Is Up became a notable track, not only for its chart success, but also for its inclusion in the soundtrack of the popular TV series New York Undercover. The episode titled Eyewitness Blues featured the song, further extending Jade's reach into popular culture and television. The track's energetic beat and catchy lyrics helped solidify Jade's position in the R&B genre, showcasing their ability to produce music that resonated with both fans and media. The success of Mind, Body, and Song was marked by the album achieving gold status, a testament to the group's continued popularity and the strong reception of their work. The album's success further demonstrated Jade's ability to deliver quality music and maintain their relevance in a competitive industry. The group challenges. By the mid-90s, Jade's promising career faced a series of setbacks and controversies that significantly impacted their trajectory. The unraveling of the group's success can be traced back to 1993, a pivotal year when issues within their label, Giant Records, began to surface. Tanya Kelly, in an interview with the You Know I Got Soul website, revealed the disarray within the label. She noted that every time Jade returned from touring, they encountered new staff at Giant Records. This constant turnover created instability and made it difficult for the group to maintain consistent support and promotion. Kelly also highlighted that the label was built on a precarious foundation, with internal issues exacerbating their problems. The turbulence at Giant Records mirrored the group's growing frustrations and challenges. The situation at Giant Records was further complicated by scandalous events involving the label's then president, Charles Minor. In 1993, the LA Times reported a disturbing rumor about Minor. He was allegedly involved in a compromising incident in his office, which led to a scandal that tarnished the label's reputation. Minor's abrupt resignation 6 months later added to the uncertainty and instability at Giant Records. The turmoil within Giant Records extended beyond these initial scandals. In 1995, Minor became the subject of further controversy when he was killed by his ex-girlfriend, Suzette McClure. Minor was in bed with another woman at his Malibu home when McClure, then a 27-year-old exotic dancer, entered unannounced. In a tragic act of passion, McClure fired more than half a dozen bullets at Minor, ending his life. The incident was described as a crime of passion, and McClure was subsequently sentenced to 19 years to life in prison. This violent event further compounded the chaos surrounding the label. Adding to the scandal, Jade faced financial and professional difficulties related to their success. Despite selling millions of records and achieving significant commercial success, the group realized they were not receiving adequate compensation. The disconnect between their financial expectations and actual earnings led to disputes and dissatisfaction, further straining their relationship with Giant Records. The combination of internal label issues, scandalous events involving key personnel, and financial disputes created a perfect storm that ultimately contributed to the group's unraveling. The lack of stability and support from their label, combined with personal and professional challenges, made it increasingly difficult for Jade to sustain their momentum and success. These factors culminated in a series of lawsuits and public allegations among the group members, each pointing to the various ways they felt wronged by the label and each other. The once promising career of Jade was marred by these conflicts, highlighting the often turbulent and unpredictable nature of the music industry. The collapse of Jade's career in the mid-90s was a profound and multifaceted experience that underscored the volatility of the music industry. As Giant Records underwent a significant transformation, the effects on the group were both immediate and devastating. In a strategic move, Giant Records rebranded itself as Revolution Records, following the signing of new distribution deals with Warner Music Group in the US and BMG internationally. This rebranding was part of an effort to revitalize the label and reposition it in the market. However, this transition was marked by severe cutbacks, with 50% of the staff being laid off. This drastic reduction in personnel added to the instability of the label, creating a chaotic environment for artists and employees alike. Irving Azoff, a key figure in the restructuring, announced that only 30% of Giant's artists would be transferred to Revolution Records. Notable acts such as Color Me Bad and the Dioc were among those who cut, but unfortunately, Jade did not. This decision marked the end of an era for the group, as their association with Giant Records and its successor, Revolution Records, was severed. The disbandment of Jade in February 1995 was a direct consequence of these changes. The trio, who had once enjoyed significant success and high-profile performances, found themselves facing an uncertain future. The abrupt end of their career with Giant Records left them scrambling for new opportunities and sources of income. Joy Marshall's reflections on this period reveal the profound impact the situation had on her and her bandmates. In an interview with the You Know I Got Soul website, Marshall described the experience as a significant blow. She recounted the emotional and financial toll of seeing others succeed while she struggled to make ends meet. The disparity between the group's previous success and their new reality was jarring and difficult to process. The financial strain on Joy Marshall was particularly severe. After working consistently for Giant Records for 3 years, the sudden loss of income and professional support left her in a difficult situation. Marshall struggled to pay her rent and bills, highlighting the harsh reality that many artists face when their careers take an unexpected turn. The financial and emotional strain was compounded by the fact that Marshall had to revert to the same car she had before achieving fame, symbolizing the dramatic shift in her circumstances. Solo careers. Following the disbandment of Jade and the significant upheaval in her life, Joy Marshall took a different career path. She transitioned into the legal side of the entertainment industry by securing a job in the law department of an entertainment company. This role allowed her to gain valuable insights into the complexities of the music business from a legal perspective. During her time in this new role, Joy Marshall recognized a significant knowledge gap that had previously impacted her career and aspirations. This realization drove her to become a resource for others who were navigating the challenging landscape of the music industry. To bridge this gap and provide valuable guidance to emerging artists, she authored a book titled Answers to the 20 Most Asked Questions About the Music Business. Marshall's book aims to address common questions and concerns that new and aspiring artists might have about the music industry. By sharing her experiences and the knowledge she accumulated over the years, she offers practical advice and insights that can help others avoid the pitfalls she encountered and make informed decisions in their careers. The book serves as a valuable resource for understanding the industry's inner workings and provides a clearer path for those seeking success in the competitive world of music. Joy Marshall later embarked on a solo career, releasing her debut solo single Love Language in February 2018. The release marked a new chapter in her career, showcasing her continued dedication to music and her ability to reinvent herself as a solo artist. The single allowed her to reconnect with her musical roots and present her unique voice to a new audience. After Jade disbanded, the former members pursued varied and successful paths in the entertainment industry, each carving out a unique niche for themselves. Dee Reed transitioned from being a member of Jade to a well-regarded backup singer, performing with some of the biggest names in music. Her impressive roster of collaborations included iconic artists such as Rod Stewart, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Christina Aguilera, Elton John, and Gwen Stefani. Reed's vocal talents were showcased in numerous live performances and recordings, allowing her to continue her musical career in a different capacity. Her work as a backup singer highlighted her versatility and adaptability, cementing her place in the music industry even after Jade's disbandment. Angela Slates found success behind the scenes as a music producer. She worked with a diverse range of artists, including Trina and Tamara, Tony, Tone, Vibe, Something for the People, and Eric Bennett. Slate's production work contributed to the success of these artists and helped shape the sound of R&B during the 90s. In addition to her production career, Slates pursued academic achievements, earning a PhD in education. Her academic background complemented her music career and allowed her to influence the industry from both a creative and educational perspective. Deborah Mitchell, who now goes by Deborah Mitchell Adams, also transitioned into a successful music career post-Jade. She became a member of the group Vibe, which was signed to Island Records. Vibe's work continued the R&B tradition that Jade had been a part of. Additionally, Mitchell Adams founded Legacy Global Music Group, a company focused on managing and promoting musical talent. Her entrepreneurial efforts and experience in the industry have allowed her to support and nurture new artists, reflecting her continued passion for music. Tanya Kelly recorded songs for Disney movie soundtracks, which highlighted her continued involvement in music, particularly in the realm of family and children's entertainment. In addition to her work in music, Kelly transitioned into a career as an interior designer for A-list celebrities. Her design work brought her into the world of high-profile clients, demonstrating her versatility and creativity beyond the music industry. Each member of Jade took a distinct path following the group's disbandment, leveraging their talents and experiences in various ways. Their successes reflect their resilience and adaptability, allowing them to make significant contributions to the entertainment industry and beyond. The reunion. The attempt to reunite Jade in 2013 marked the beginning of a complex and contentious period for the group, leading to a series of legal disputes and disagreements among the former members. In 2013, Joy Marshall and Tanya Kelly decided to explore the possibility of a Jade reunion. They reached out to Dee Reed, hoping to reassemble the original trio. However, tensions quickly arose. According to court documents, Joy and Tanya expressed frustration with Dee, alleging that she was unreliable and unresponsive to their efforts. Dee Reed, on the other hand, claimed that she was preoccupied with touring commitments with Rod Stewart, which hindered her ability to participate in the reunion plans. Faced with these challenges, Joy and Tanya decided to move forward without Dee Reed. They enlisted Miracle Holloway, a former contestant on The Voice, to fill Dee's spot. In 2014, they released a new single titled Baby Love, which was intended to mark the group's return to the music scene. Despite the effort, this move led to further complications and legal disputes over the Jade name and brand. In 2019, Dee Reed took a significant step by renewing the Jade trademark and adding Tanya Kelly and Joy Marshall as co-owners. This legal maneuver was aimed at ensuring that all three members had equal rights to the Jade name and any associated profits. The renewal was a strategic move to safeguard the group's legacy and to formalize their claims to the brand. However, this action set the stage for renewed conflict. In 2021, Joy and Tanya reached out to Di Reed once again, proposing a new reunion. According to Joy and Tanya, Di was unresponsive to their attempts to reconnect. On the other hand, Di Reed presented a different narrative to the Houston Chronicle. She claimed that she had been in communication with Tanya, who had expressed a desire to move forward without Joy. Di and Tanya reportedly discussed doing shows together and even made plans to take photos and exchange music ideas. The situation took a dramatic turn in July 2021 when Di Reed, while caring for her grandmother, discovered a flyer for a 90s kickback tour featuring Jade. The flyer listed the members as Joy Marshall, Tanya Kelly, and Miracle Holloway, effectively sidelining Di Reed. Di was blindsided by this development and felt betrayed by her former bandmates. She attempted to reach out to Joy and Tanya, but her efforts were met with silence. Both Joy and Tanya reportedly stopped responding to her texts and emails. The legal battles among the former members of Jade continued to intensify as Di Reed took decisive legal action to protect her interests and claim to the Jade trademark. In response to Joy Marshall and Tanya Kelly's efforts to move forward with their version of Jade, Di Reed sent a cease and desist letter to the promoter of the 90s Kickback Tour. This letter demanded that the promoter halt Joy and Tanya's contractual involvement with their promotion company, alleging that the use of the Jade name and brand was unauthorized without Di Reed's inclusion. Di Reed's legal move was an attempt to assert her rights and prevent any further exploitation of the Jade trademark. The situation became more contentious when Di Reed was accused of actively undermining Joy and Tanya's efforts. Reports suggested that Di had contacted Joy and Tanya's agent, as well as Miracle Holloway, in an attempt to convince them to cease their business dealings with Joy and Tanya. Additionally, Di Reed allegedly reached out to radio stations, informing them that Joy and Tanya did not have the rights to use the Jade trademark. These actions were purportedly aimed at disrupting the promotional activities of the group and protecting Di's claim to the Jade name. Just days before Jade's scheduled performance at the Houston leg of the 90s Kickback Tour, Di Reed was reportedly blindsided once again. She discovered that Joy, Tanya, and Miracle had launched a new Instagram account called Ladies of Jade. This new social media presence did not acknowledge Di Reed, which further fueled her frustration and sense of exclusion. The creation of this account and its content highlighted the ongoing rift in the efforts of Joy, Tanya, and Miracle to continue promoting the Jade brand without Di Reed. Faced with the continued use of the Jade name without her involvement, Di Reed decided to escalate the matter to court. On December 2nd, 2021, Di Reed filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of Texas. The suit named Joy Marshall, Tanya Kelly, Miracle Holloway, their promoter, and the promoter's company as defendants. In the court documents, Di Reed alleged that the defendants were wrongfully using the Jade trademark and claimed that she was being excluded from any profits or benefits generated from the use of the name. The lawsuit sought to address these grievances and protect Di Reed's legal rights to the Jade brand. The legal and professional turmoil continued into early 2022, complicating the efforts of Jade to move forward and perform together. In January 2022, Joy Marshall and Tanya Kelly responded to Di Reed's lawsuit by filing a counterclaim. Their counterclaim alleged that Di Reed's actions had significantly harmed their ability to continue performing and earning from the Jade name. They claimed that Di Reed's alleged interference, such as contacting radio stations and persuading others not to do business with them, had resulted in their promoter excluding them from additional shows and opportunities for future performances. This counterclaim underscored the deepening legal and professional conflict among the former group members. In response to the counterclaim, Reid filed a motion to dismiss, attempting to invalidate Joy and Tanya's claims. However, the court denied her motion to dismiss the counterclaim. This denial meant that the counterclaims made by Joy and Tanya would proceed through the legal system, keeping the disputes unresolved and in limbo. As of 2022, the lawsuits involving Jade's former members remained unresolved, with legal battles continuing to impact their professional activities. The protracted legal issues created an uncertain environment for the group, preventing a clear resolution and complicating their efforts to reunite and perform. Despite the legal complications, Jade managed to continue their musical activities. In 2022, the group embarked on a tour with a revised lineup, consisting of original members Joy Marshall and Tanya Kelly, along with new member Miracle Holloway. This updated configuration allowed the group to maintain their presence in the music industry and perform for fans, even as they navigated the ongoing legal disputes. The outcome of the ongoing legal disputes involving Jade remains uncertain. Similarly, whether Jade will fully reunite is still an open question. The group's past disputes and current legal challenges have complicated efforts to come together and perform. The involvement of different members and the introduction of new artists like Miracle Holloway add another layer of complexity to the potential for a complete and harmonious reunion. What do you think of Jade's legal issues? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Did you like this video? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more entertaining videos. And do not forget to explore our other videos for more interesting stories and insights.